Alright, yo, what's up, guys? I'm Nick from Shootout Sports, and today I am doing another tier list video. So my setup should be a little better now. I don't know if the camera's shaking. It might be a little bit. I don't know. I just got some camera issue in this. Again, the setup's better. And so today I'm doing a video called oh, my bad. I just knocked the camera. Anyways, today I'm doing a video called the panic button, or the panic meter, whatever I want to call it. I don't really care. So we're going to see how much teams are panicking right about now. And I know you guys can't really see the categories, so I'll list them off right now. So at the very bottom, we have sweating your balls off. You're sweating your balls off if you're in this position right now. Above that, we have pretty worried. So, you're just pretty worried. It's pretty self-explanatory. In the middle, we have sitting fine. It's probably the average team in the NFL. And then above that, we have sitting good. And then at the top, we have sitting great. Alrighty, and to kick things off, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, so if this were, if this were last week, or 2 weeks ago, I'd probably put him in sitting great. But with that loss to the Jets, I'll put him in sitting fine for now. If they lose this weekend, I'll probably have to drop him down a little more. If you lose to the Jets, that's pretty embarrassing. Although Ja'Marr Chase has been he's been above and beyond. He's exceeded his expectations by a mile. Some people were saying in August they should be in the XFL. That doesn't really make sense. But yeah, my bad. Keep knocking the camera. My bad. Next team we have the 49ers. I'd be pretty worried if I were in San Francisco right now, because you're in the hardest division I'd say second hardest division in the NFL besides the AFC North. You got the Seahawks, the Cardinals, and the Rams all in the same division. So that's pretty difficult. So I don't think your playoff chances are great if you're in San Francisco. You still got a great team though. Trey Lance, a young quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be great or not because he hasn't seen enough snaps. But another team that would probably be sitting in this category is Chicago. The Chicago Bears. So Justin Fields has been okay. I'd probably put him at the second rookie quarterback spot. But again, that's not very good. And David Montgomery's, I think he's out. I'm pretty sure he's injured. Khalil Herbert, their starting running back now, is just okay. Allen Robinson has absolutely sucked. He's been very below expectations. And so yeah, I'm just gonna put the Bears in that spot. Green Bay. Oh, you're sitting great right now. I think they're at the top of the NFC. I'm pretty sure they are since they beat I just forgot the name. Arizona Cardinals. So, yeah, you have a great quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. You have a great running back, Aaron Jones. You have a great wide receiver, Devontae Adams. A pretty good defense. You're sitting great if you're in Green Bay right now. And go along with that, we got the Arizona Cardinals here. I'll put them in sitting good. Well, yeah, sure, they lost to Green Bay, but that doesn't mean... I've seen some people put them in sitting fine and pretty worried, but, no, bro, they're still, 7-1. If A.J. Green turned the other direction, they'd be probably in sitting great, but since they lost, I'd probably put them in sitting good. Anyways, you have Kyler Murray. You have nothing to worry about if you're in Arizona, but the only reason I put them in a little worried here with sitting good is because, you lost, but every team loses. Anyways, Indianapolis Colts, They almost blew a lead last night to the Jets, but you got to get back from 1-4. You're probably in one of the easiest divisions in the NFL. You only got the Titans to contend with, but that's the issue. You have the Titans to contend with. So I'd be pretty worried if you're in Indianapolis. If they keep this up and go on a little bit of a streak, I'd probably put them in sitting fine. But yeah, I'll have to keep him there. Jonathan Taylor's been absolutely magnificent. And yeah, that's all I have to really say. The Seahawks, I'd be worried if I were a Seahawks fan also. Russell Wilson's injured. Yeah, DK Metcalf has just been ish. Tyler Lockett has sucked. I'd be pretty worried since you're again in a hard division. There's nothing really else to say there. Another team that I'd probably put in actually no. You're sweating your balls off if you're in Houston right now. Come on. There's nothing to explain. Sure, you got Tyrod back this week, and that should be pretty good for that duo of him and Brandon Cooks. But if you're a Houston fan, you're sweating your balls off. And another team that I'd be sweating your balls off with is Jacksonville. If you're one of the few Jacksonville fans, because I remember watching the Bengals game, since I'm a Bengals fan, I remember watching the game like week 3 or something, week 4. It was like that Thursday night football game. Sure, it was in Cincinnati, but there was zero, like, I always see fans from the away team at, like, home, at away games, but, like, there was zero Jacksonville fans, so I don't even know any Jags fans. And, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is pretty much sucked. At the beginning of the season, he was really bad, but he's gotten a little better. But still, Urban Meyer absolutely sucks. If he's not gone by the end of the season, I don't know what the head front office is doing. So, yeah, I'm putting Jacksonville there. Chargers, I'd be pretty worried if I were a Chargers fan. Like, your offense is slowly deteriorating. Mike Williams has sucked for 3 weeks in a row. Austin Eckler's just been okay for 3 weeks in a row, my bad. And same with Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen. So, yeah, I'd be pretty worried if I were the Chargers. They're slowly deteriorating. But they still got pretty good playoff chances. I'll give them that. Dallas Cowboys, you're sitting great if you're Dallas Cowboys right now. Like, come on. Like, you got Dak Prescott, who's been absolutely great. He's undeniably probably... I just said undeniably probably. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's Friday. Calm down. He's undeniably the comeback player of the year. Like, he just came off of an ACL injury, and he's doing absolutely magnificent. Like, CeeDee Lamb, how do I forget people's names? Zeke, like, all those players, they're doing absolutely great in Dallas. I know there's someone I'm forgetting. It's Friday. Calm down. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Alright, next up, we have the Giants. I'd be pretty worried if I were a Giants fan. There's nothing else to be said. I'd be worried if you're a New York fan, and if you're a New York fan in general besides the Bills. But yeah, I'd be worried if you were a Giants fan. There's nothing else to say. Panthers, pretty worried again. Like, there's so many teams I'm pretty worried. Like, I mean, Sam Darnold has gotten back to his Jets ways. Okay, they do have CMC back. Chuba Hubbard, when, I think it's Chuba, I don't even care. Like, when CMC was gone, he was, like, just okay. So, I mean, I'd be pretty worried if I were a Panthers fan right now. Like, I'd be worried. Like, sure, I'm pretty sure they beat the Falcons. No, wait, the Falcons won. Like, yeah, you lost to the Falcons. Saints, I'd say you're sitting fine. I mean, there's nothing else to be said. You're also, like, Jameis Winston, sure, he tore his ACL, which could affect some things. But, I mean, you have Alvin Kamara has been doing very good. Eagles, I'm sorry. This is a very one-sided list. I'm putting them in pretty worried also. I mean, Jalen Hurts is doing pretty good, but he's on a crappy team. Like, I mean, there's nothing else to be said. Vikings, I'd say they're sitting fine. Like, Kirk Cousins is probably, like, the one quarterback in the NFL that people just absolutely hate on for no reason. It's very pointless. I don't know why. But, yeah, they're sitting pretty good. Dalvin Cook's been pretty good. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, they're all doing good. If they keep it up, then they might be able to get the wild card in the NFC. Bills, you are sitting magnificent right now. If you are a Bills fan, like, come on. Like, there's nothing else to be said. Like, you have Stephon Diggs who's doing good. You have Josh Allen that's doing good. Even some of their running backs like Devin Singletary and Zach Moss are doing pretty good. Like, you're sitting fine if you're in Buffalo right now. Patriots, they've done really good. Like, Mac Jones, like, Bill Belichick has done something with Mac Jones. So I'll put him in sitting good. You know, it's probably a controversial take, but yeah, I'm putting him in sitting good. I don't really think there's anything else to be said. Big Bill has turned the Patriots around, and I think they're a pretty good playoff team. Broncos, I'd be sweating your balls off. I know, a controversial take. You went 3-0, and then you've lost so many straight. You can't beat a good team, but you can beat a bad team. I think that's also the case of the Bengals, but they did show that they can beat, like, the Ravens and the Steelers, because, like, they can't really beat a bad team, but they can still win. Unlike the Broncos, who just can't win. They can only be bad teams. So, yeah, Rams, you're sitting great right now if you are in that half of LA. Like, come on, you are doing magnificent. Like, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp is probably the best wide receiver of the year so far. They are all doing absolutely great. I know it's an old logo. I'm sorry, I can't really change it. Lions, I'd be sweating your balls off. And, like, they had so many heartbreaking losses, and I actually think Dan Campbell's a good coach, and Jared Goff is a good QB. It's just, like, they just, so many heartbreaking losses, like, to the Ravens, and, man, I honestly just feel bad for that franchise. Jets, I would be pretty worried. The only reason I'm not putting them in sweating your balls off right about now is because they beat the Bengals, which is a really good accomplishment, and they almost came back against the Colts, but no, they got crushed. And Mike White's injured, which does affect things. They're on their third string QB right about now. So yeah, again, sorry for the one-sidedness, but I'd be pretty worried if you're in Cleveland right now. Like, OBJ's gonna get traded. I think he was released this morning. Like, Baker Mayfield's done okay. Nick Chubb's done okay, but I'm pretty sure he was injured. So, like, yeah, everything's just been okay in Cleveland. So that makes it pretty worried. Baltimore, I'd say you're sitting fine. Like, sure, you got crushed by the Bengals, but you almost lost to the Lions, but you're sitting fine. Lamar Jackson is in the runnings for MVP. So yeah, I think you're good. Falcons, I'd be pretty worried. Like, I mean, there's nothing else to be said. I don't know why I thought about that. You're pretty worried if you're in Atlanta right now. Like, Matt Ryan's been okay. You don't have Julio Jones anymore. Although Cordell Patterson has done pretty good. I don't know. It's just, everything is just like, sort of like Cleveland. Everything's just in Atlanta. So that's why I'm putting them pretty worried. Chiefs, yeah, I'd be worried. I'm so sorry about the one-sidedness of this, but if you're a Chiefs fan, I'd be worried. Like, come on. Like, Patrick Mahomes has not done well. Tyreek Hill's been doing pretty good, but that's it. Travis Kelce's been doing pretty good. But, like, their defense just sucks. Like, come on. I don't know really what else to say. Bucs fan, if you're a Bucs fan, you're sitting good right now. Or, no, you're not sitting great. You're sitting great if you're a Tampa Bay fan right now. Like, you have TB12, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans. I'm getting so many people mixed up. Chris Godwin. You are sitting A-okay. You have Gronk. You're sitting A-okay if you're in Tampa Bay right now. Dolphins. You're sweating your balls off. Dolphins absolutely just suck. There's nothing good there. No. I've lost all faith in Tua. Turn the ball over. Just no. Raiders. I'd say you're sitting fine if you're a Raiders fan right about now. Like, but if they lose like if they lose like 2 of the next 3, then yeah, I'd probably put them in pretty worried. But yeah, I mean, Derek Carr is probably one of the most underrated QBs out there, along with like Kirk Cousins. And well, yeah, like I know Josh Jacobs has like been underperforming also, but I'll just have to put him pretty fine. Sitting fine. We'll just see how this works. Titans, you are sitting good. The only reason I don't put him in sitting great is because you lost to the Jets. But I mean, all teams have a bad game. That's sort of also the case with the Bengals right about now. So yeah, but like, come on, they beat the Bills. They're a playoff contender. I think they're the best in the AFC. They're doing really good. Notice how all these teams are NFC. Yeah, I know, it's very unbalanced. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Washington football team, sorry about the logo, I can't do much about that. I'd be pretty worried, and same with the Steelers here, I'd be worried. Both of those teams are I think they're both sitting at the bottom. Like, they're just both okay. Like, I don't know how else to put it, they're just both okay. So, yeah, I think that's gonna do it for my rankings. I know this is very one-sided in the pretty worried category. I have about, here, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 teams in the NFL and pretty worried. So, yeah, I'm sorry if you're a fan of any of those teams. I have 5 teams in sweating your balls off because you're sweating your balls off. I have 5 teams in sitting great, 3 teams in sitting good, and 5 teams sitting fine. So, yeah, that'll do it for this tier list. I know these don't get many views. I just enjoy making them, which is, I'm not really here for views. I just like making these videos. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe. So, yeah, without further ado, well, I don't know why I'm going crazy. Anyways, I'm Nick from Shootout Sports, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.